The Black Christian problem. We on the road to 100 KOK. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself. Cause that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to Antonio Speaks. Let's see what it's hitting for.
I thank God for slavery.
Huh?
And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
Black people hate it.
At least the tree is a part of nature, a part of God. Know what I'm saying, though?
Everything about slavery.
I'd rather have a tree master than a slave master. That tree got life within it. Good life. Nothing but good positive energy within it. Unlike that slave master. Yeah, it's life within that slave master. But that's some evil life. You know what I'm saying, though?
I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
Black people hate everything about slavery except Christianity.
Well, it depends on what you think Christianity is. So for me, Christianity isn't what Christians have made it to be.
I'm talking about
It's
the
not.
Western belief of
Okay.
Christianity.
Well, just because slave masters use Christianity
Absolutely.
doesn't mean they.
That's what
There you go.
that's the point.
Yeah.
If God's word is everlasting, how can you change the word of God that's everlasting
Yeah.
to suit your personal
There you go.
benefit?
Now, this might be one of
You ain't lying right there, boy.
my most controversial videos, but I gotta keep it 100. Religions, but especially
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I seen this title, my boy was tweaking with some shit right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he tweaking, but I'm saying like he tweaking with some shit though. You know what I'm saying? Cause even I was like, okay, now you might lose a couple of your black folks now with this Christian take. We gonna see though. We gonna see.
Now, this might be one of my most controversial videos, but I gotta keep it 100. Religions, but especially Christianity, is holding the black community back. Now, black people in America
right.
are some of the most devoted Christians in the whole
You
entire
damn
world.
right.
Just Christianity in general in the
Hey, there ain't nothing like a good black church though, boy. Tell you that.
church. It's a part of black culture. Voted Christians in the whole entire world. Just Christianity in general in the church. It's a part of black culture. And to just give my personal stance on things, I'm not a Christian. I believe in a higher power, but I don't think it's something that we can perceive. It's not a man. It's not a woman. It's not a. I just can't explain it. And I will.
Man, I seen a little clip, and I just been thinking this in my head. Black people think, and the Bible do say his skin. Oh, and that's what made me, because I seen some black folks doing a debates like on a beach type shit, like some Charlie Kirk type shit. They was doing some Charlie Kirk type shit. Anyways, it made me think though, like black, because they was discussing like Jesus and Christianity is what the topic was actually, and I just got to thinking like white people think Jesus is black, or black people think Jesus is black. Mexicans think Jesus is Mexican. So who is right, my nigga? God is within us. That's how I feel. We're all a part of God. That tree that you don't want to worship, that you would rather not be worshiping, is a part of God. You know what I'm saying?
Say this, I don't knock anybody that is a Christian, especially our ancestors. I mean, there had to be a God or a higher power when the devil was so real. Slavery in America is
You ain't lying.
downplayed in my opinion. In schools, they really only teach you about 10% of what was really going on. I mean, 400 years of
Facts.
back-to-back brutal non-stop working, you would want to believe that it's something after you die. And then even after slavery, it was still not good for us. And this is where my first question comes in about Christianity.
Yeah, it's so niggas hope, man. It's so niggas hope, dog. And that's all it really is at the end of the day. The Bible is nothing but a moral. Jesus is nothing but a moral. Everybody's a sinner, bro, and we all gonna die a fucking sinner. Jesus the only one that can't die a sinner, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is a moral law book. It's got some good moral principles in it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Tom 0505. Appreciate the sub, my guy.
Slavery, it was still working. You would want to believe that it's something after you die. And then even after slavery, it was still not good for us. And this is where my first question comes in about Christianity. Why did God allow slavery for black people?
To go into slavery is because we fell into things that was against God. Do you know that we practice things over there in Africa?
Nigga, you don't know what was practiced. Nigga, shut your dumb ass up, nigga. You got teeth problems you need to go worry about, nigga. Go to the damn dentist, boy.
Y'all say?
Your teeth is brown as that Gucci hat on the top of your bald head, nigga. Ooh, that's tragic.
That we practice things over there in Africa, the ancestral.
And your rainbow.
That's all y'all say. Practice things like witchcraft, voodoo, giving into all kind of marriages and things that was not of God.
Witchcraft and voodoo.
But when you read the laws, it literally says, there shall be no other gods. Like
when you read the who?
But when you read the laws,
when you read the laws,
it literally says, there's
not of God.
Hold on.
But when you read the laws, it literally says, there shall be no other gods. Like, worship no other gods. God strictly says not to seek out spiritualists. A lot of them were worshiping the sun and the moon and all.
That's to keep you indoctrinated into that one belief. It doesn't want you to believe other things, to have an open mind. You know what I'm saying?
All of these different things that were not God. They were creating these.
I don't go against Christians, bro. My grandpa, my grandma, bro, they go to church every Sunday. My grandpa goes to 2 churches every Sunday. No cap. You know what I'm saying? They good people. If you good people, that's all that matters, bro. So I look at it. It's just, some Christians are the worst people. I seen something about a nigga was talking about he seen these women up in church asking God for a good man. but why would God give you this single? It was some single mother shit. why would God give you, you know what I'm saying, or give that man the detriment of you type shit? Like, why would he? That's not a blessing for that man to come in and take care of another man's children and your trauma and whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
No other gods. God strictly says not to seek out spiritualists. A lot of them were worshiping the sun and the moon and all of these different things that were not God. They were creating these idols with the wood, like with the carved out wood of like these idols that they would worship and pray to. And God was not having that.
Do y'all not see the problem? These are literally white supremacist talking points. Oh yeah, the white savior. He came and saved all of the black folks uncivilized in the jungle and put them in America. Even though slavery was bad, we saved
white
you from
Jesus.
Going to hell.
You know what? I bet
even in the black church is a picture of white Jesus. That's tragic. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all been to a black church where they got black Jesus in that motherfucker though? Have y'all, bro? That's a great ass question, bro. Cause thinking about growing up, bro, I don't recall seeing no. We gotta look this up, bro.
Yeah,
black
broke out in a
Jesus.
beach, yeah. Yeah, broke out in a beach, yeah.
Some shit like that. Y'all ever seen something like that up in a black church, bro? I'm not gonna say I have. I've been to a couple of black churches. Was whenever I was young. I've been to numerous though around the G. You know what I'm saying? My grandpa got a church, owned a church. I've been to the one that he go to out and and I've been to one with my partner them, his mama and them. Been to a couple with them. I don't know. Maybe I ain't paid that much attention because I was not. All that, you know what I'm saying? But can't say I have in no black church.
I bet you there's a lot of Africans that if they hadn't been brought over, not saying it was right, don't misunderstand, not justifying the slavery in the situation.
Hold on, what
saved you from going to hell.
You know what? I bet you there's a lot of Africans that if they hadn't been brought over, not saying it was right, don't misunderstand.
Wouldn't have been saved by
not
Jesus.
Justifying
Is that right?
The slavery in the situation. But God, I still believe, used it.
Oh,
and now I'm sure there's a lot of Africans that got the gospel and they're in heaven right now because they got the gospel.
You can make that shit the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. What? So that's what I'm saying, dog. If a nigga, oh, you need to read your Bible, looking ass. So if a nigga if a nigga was born in the wilderness, so all these people that didn't have access to the Bible, and they was just good people living life, my nigga, that had sex before they so-called got married, right? What happened to them? They didn't get to make it? So you mean to tell me a nigga just born in the wilderness without the knowledge of God and Jesus and this, that, and the third, the fucking Messiah, right? So you mean to tell me niggas born out in the wilderness, they die and they just go to hell or go nowhere because they didn't learn about Jesus Christ and the Lord? And yeah, I don't believe that.
There's a lot of Africans that got the gospel and they're in heaven right now.
And that right there alone just tells me that I don't need to read the damn Bible, nigga, to be close to God. Even the Bible say you don't gotta go to church every day. You can have church in your own place, nigga. Where you church where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Now, okay. And now I'm sure there's a lot of Africans that got the gospel and they're in heaven right now because they got the gospel.
This fuck.
You know what would be better? For them to have lived their
white man, it wouldn't be no better if it was black dudes, ain't it?
Entire life in Africa free, doing their voodoo or whatever, and then dying and going to hell,
doing their voodoo,
right? Or what happened? And then they go to heaven. They get the opportunity.
I love how he.
No, he didn't just justify slavery, bro. Because and put God in the mix, my nigga. You're crazy, bro. Why Jesus couldn't save the slaves, my nigga? Jesus couldn't. So none of them people was worth coming back. 400 years. You mean to tell me how many generations is that? At least every bit of 5. 6 generations, bro. 7 generations of people. So even if the first ones did bad to end up in slavery, right? Or whatever the fuck. The ones who was born into slavery who had nothing to do with nothing, 6 generations down the line, right? Don't get the right to go to heaven. That shit don't make no fucking sense, boy.
Or what happened? And then they go to heaven. They get the opportunity.
I love how he said voodoo or whatever. Like, listen, society has done an amazing job of demonizing or making anything look bad that's not white or of African descent. Let's take voodoo, for example, like he mentioned. We only hear negative and bad things about it, but guess what? Everything has a good and a bad. Fun fact, Harriet Tubman, although she was a Christian, she was also spiritual. She used spiritual signs, navigating by the stars, using nature like we did back in Africa. And guess what? She saved hundreds of slaves, more than what any Christian God did. And the quote that he said about slavery was better because they're going to have heaven after they die is similar to the propaganda that they're trying to push in kids' TV shows nowadays.
Slavery is as old as time, and it's taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? Before you judge, you must ask yourself, what did the culture and society of the time treat as no big deal?
Freedom is better than anything. What they used to say in Britain, man, give me liberty or give me death. Come on now. Listen, I understand your mama was a Christian, your great grandma was a Christian, her mama was a Christian, but guess what? We not back in slavery no more. We now have the tools and the free will to actually critical think and break down the lies that they told our ancestors. Just think about this. Slaves were not allowed to read during slavery. So why would they give them a Bible to read? They wanted you to stay a slave and stay obedient. So why would anything in that book grant you freedom? To get back on topic though, man.
Couldn't even write, my nigga. Couldn't even spell. Couldn't even spell what you wanted to say, my nigga.
Saw that.
Let alone read it.
That you remember.
I saw Biggie in hell.
The name of this video is called I See My.
Christians just sound so goddamn delusional.
What was some other things?
Get back on topic though, man. A lot of these Christians just sound so goddamn delusional.
What was some other things that you saw that you remember?
I saw Biggie in hell.
The name of this video is called I See
Don't
My
even know Biggie.
Hell. I knew that the Father, Christ, the Son, I knew He brought me there.
I had a dream that I saw SpongeBob in hell taking orders from demons. Like the demons was telling him what to do on TV, what to put on this, what to. As God is my witness, I am not lying. I have no reason to lie. This would be a stupid lie, okay?
Real Christians know that your identity in Christ comes before anything else you identify as.
Greasy as hell, shorty.
This is even a real
why shorty so greasy, my nigga? Goddamn. Greasy than a motherfucker. Shorty greasy, boy. Greasy did some goddamn KFC, some Church's chicken, boy. Goddamn.
for anything else you identify as. I can't believe that this is even a real topic of conversation.
Why is it always black people when they go to hell? You ain't see Ronald Reagan there? You ain't see no KKK members? I'm seriously starting to think that the Christian God don't like black people, bro. Until the young lady stated that she's Christian before being black, nonsense. I'm pretty sure one of the first things that she learned was that she's black. And what's the problem with putting your blackness first? Christianity is literally labeled after a white man. And that goes for pretty much every religion. It looks like the race of people worshiping them. And to most of these white Christians, they see race. Best believe that.
Looks like the race that they're worshiping, bro. Even the Israels, all them, bro. Come on now.
Somebody was coming into our church and they're black, and would they be eligible for membership in our church? Yes, they of course they would. They'd be eligible for membership in our church. But would they be permitted to participate in, embody, and practice what I would call black culture generally in our church? The answer is absolutely not. Why?
Because it's a different type of church.
The characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization, in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans on Crete, they are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people.
Hold on, bro. What? Hold on, what? Hold on, what are you talking about? Are you talking about black church culture, or are you talking about black culture? Are you talking about black hood culture? What type of black culture do you talk about here? Because we could talk about white supremacy culture. We could talk about school shooter culture. We could talk about all type of cultures. What type of culture you want to talk about here, sir? We can do that, Mr. Mustache.
Characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization, in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans on Crete, they are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people.
Nigga recited to a verse. I don't know nothing about that, Paul. I'm sorry. And then they gonna try to belittle you. Oh, see, you don't even know what the word says. You don't even know what the book says. That's how they try to belittle you when you don't know a scripture. You know what I'm saying? Christians belittle each other when they don't know the scripture. Oh, you don't know. Christians are fucking the most judgmental people, bro. No cap.
The characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization, in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans.
Paul talking about Cretans.
They are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people. They steal, they kill, they destroy.
What do white people do? They the same
shit. To the core. They have besetting sin.
Ain't white people the ones that hung Jesus on the cross, nickel? Let's chat GPT. Chat GPT. We got a couple questions. Is Jesus white? Watch this though. Watch this. I already know what it's gonna tell me. It's gonna say, brown. I would say brown skin, dark coarse hair, brown eyes. Oh wow, that's crazy. Even ChatGPT says it. Oh brethren, Jesus was a Jewish man born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth, both in the Middle East, modern day Israel and Palestine. Based on the region, the time period. The fuck is flying around my face, dog? Typical physical traits of people there. He likely had brown skin. So Middle Eastern, whatever you want to say that is, that could be. People could say that's black. You can say that's a goddamn Arab, nigga. Dark, coarse hair, similar to other Middle Eastern Jews of the 1st century, and brown eyes, coarse hair, brown skin. Even ChatGPT says it. So let's. Ooh, we all know who hung Jesus on the cross, though. What race of people hung Jesus on the cross? That's a great question, but it's a little bit more complex than just naming one race or group. Historically, the Roman government carried out crucifixions. Crucifixion was a Roman method of execution, and Jesus was sentenced under the authority of Pontius Pilate. So, goddamn government. What does that tell you? Oh, the government, y'all Christian Charlie Kirk ass niggas. The government done it to Jesus. You can't even make this shit up, dog. The Roman governor, so who was the government in all of the world besides some black countries in Africa? White folks. tragic. Let's see. Roman governor of Judah. Roman soldiers physically nailed him to the cross. Roman soldiers. So Romans were white? Question mark? Not exactly. Romans were an empire, not one race. Okay. Roman Empire stretched across Europe, Middle East, and North Africa. As people were ethnically diverse. Okay. We know who done it, bruh. Come on, quit playing now.
Sins that are like fatherlessness, sexual.
Let's go back
people on Crete. They are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people. They steal, they kill, they destroy. They are sinful to the core. They have besetting sins that are like fatherlessness, sexual immorality. They molest children at a high rate.
Like white people.
All of any criminal statistic,
sound like white
almost pretty much without exception.
That sound like white
Talk
folks.
about projection. I didn't even want to make this that type of video, but it. White people throughout history have been some of the most demonic and evil people to ever touch earth. Every place they went to and conquered, they killed all the people, the women, killed the kids, gave people diseases. I mean, it goes on and on. I'm gonna kick it off with this. White men make up 31% of the US population, but they make up 71% of the...
Nigga, white people is 31% of the US population. What? White men, okay. The other 31% is white women. Or it's probably more women, you know, so it's probably like 40%.
31% of the US population. But they make up 71% of the people caught with child you know what. And take a look on the screen right here. All of these people committed some of the most heinous acts in just this month alone. It's not even all of them. But guess what? I'm gonna just roll the footage.
A Webster County man has been sentenced to federal prison. Officials at the Kentucky Attorney General's office say 26-year-old Michael Puckett was sentenced to 30 years after pleading guilty to rape, assault, and criminal abuse of a child. Officials say his victim was a 6-month-old baby who had to be flown to the hospital.
The Department of Homeland Security has announced charges that Charleston County Magistrate Judge James B. Gosnell Jr. is facing. They say Gosnell has been arrested for possessing child sexual abuse materials. Department of Homeland Security investigators reportedly got a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
It's been a heartbreaking scene here in Rowan County as we've learned more information on a double homicide that claimed the lives of a mother and a daughter. Police say the Rowan County Sheriff's Office was called to a home just after 10 in the morning for a wellness check. That's where they found the victims.
We begin at 10 with that tragedy in York County, PA, one of the deadliest days for Pennsylvania law enforcement this century. 3 members of law enforcement are dead, 2 more seriously injured.
And we're learning Ruth attended high school in York County. This is his yearbook picture from the 2020 Southwestern High School yearbook.
Tonight, we're learning more about the man who opened fire at a Dallas ICE field office, shooting 3 detainees. 1 died, 2 others were critically hurt. FBI Director Kash Patel detailed some of the investigation into 29-year-old Joshua Yan.
If I showed every news clip, best believe this video would be about 3 hours long. But to get back on track, man, I need all of my black people to get out of this religious psychosis. And in my opinion, we need to be showing more love to our ancestors because they really was the ones that fought for our freedom. Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Gabriel Prosser, and Mark Vesey. These are people that we know are real and actually helped us. And I just feel like Christianity, especially in the black community, is always used as a clutch. Whenever something bad happens, it's because of the devil. And then when something good happens, it's because of God. Like, no. We all know that auntie that have all of these health problems. She 300 pounds, diabetes, high blood pressure, and she blame it on the devil. No, put the bullshit food down and have some discipline.
She blame it on the devil. Bitch, get your ass out the house, man.
Discipline. And then on the other hand, say you do something good, you get a job promotion. It's thank God he did it for me. No, you did that. Give yourself some praise. And a lot of people might see this as being narcissist or I guess blasphemy, but it's just real, man. And this life stuff is so weird because I know countless people that were great humans and they passed away young. Meanwhile, you got all of these rich billionaires living around and they're enjoying their life. Like, and it's like, damn, why isn't God punishing them? You know what I'm saying? And then Christianity just trains you to wait on someone to come help. Oh yeah, Jesus come back to save us. No, he not. If Jesus didn't come and save them slaves, what make you think he about to come save
you know how many
ass?
times I heard people say, they said in the book that these things would be happening. Oh, he's coming back soon. I can feel it.
this happened and that happened. Oh yeah, he's coming back. All these people throughout history that done died and Jesus ain't came out the sky and saved a motherfucker. Now that we have the internet, shit is actually documented. Publicly documented. You know what I'm saying? All that shit back then wasn't publicly documented, bro. So if Jesus ever do come back, well then it would be a new world reset, wouldn't it, huh? Flood the whole shit, everything's wiped out. There is no internet at that point, huh? That's what they gonna say, huh? So shit, I guess I stand fucking corrected. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shouts out to God though, bro. God be working numbers, man. I believe in something. Believe in good and bad. Okay? And whatever you seek, you will get in return.
The best time to be a black person. We have so much power in the black community. If we really want to make a change, y'all, we can boycott so much stuff. If you affect their money, you can make, oh my goodness, this is the real thing, and I'm going to do a video on it, man. We have to go against capitalism. Capitalism is the root of all evil. Yes, slavery was bad, but the main reason they did it was because of the money. It made so much money, capitalism. And I'm not telling you to not believe in a higher power, but this white God and this Christian or whatever you want to believe in, bro, the shit sound bullshit, man. But look, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I hope y'all not too mad at me.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, my boy. Shouts out to Antonio Speaks, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. If you made it to the end of this video, you bored, check out this video to the left, or check out my music to the right. I just dropped some new shit on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good shit. Get it on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the name.